Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're tackling something pretty profound and incredibly human, the responsibility of recovery. We're going to unpack the psychology behind how we handle trauma, those sneaky traps we fall into, and ultimately, how to actually reclaim your power and move forward. So, if you're ready for a structured, no-nonsense look at how to heal, you are in exactly the right place. So, what happens when you're forced to face the brunt of someone else's mistake? Or just a completely random, terrible turn of events? Man, it's a heavy question, right? But it's something we all deal with. You're just minding your own business and boom, something totally unexpected hits you and suddenly you're left cleaning up a messy, painful fallout of something that wasn't even your fault. It just feels deeply unfair.
Section 1. When bad things happen, and validating the victim instinct.
Now, look at this foundational rule. The first step to become better is to not make things any worse. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But honestly, when we're in the middle of a crisis, especially one we didn't cause, our raw emotions can actually push us to do the exact opposite. This idea completely anchors the healing process we're mapping out today, because before we can rebuild ourselves, we literally have to stop digging the hole any deeper.
And look, here's why we struggle with that first rule. First off, it is completely normal to feel like a victim when something awful happens. Of course it is. In those moments, we're unconsciously seeking out help and sympathy from others. We feel totally helpless, and our mental and physical energy just absolutely tanks. But here is the crucial takeaway. Grieving is perfectly fine. These feelings aren't a sign of weakness. They're a deeply natural human instinct. You are absolutely allowed to feel terrible and process that pain for a while.
But we've got to be careful. Section 2, the trap of inaction and the downward spiral.
Because this is where a really dangerous psychological trap opens up. It starts with step 1, extended misery. Staying in that miserable state way too long, just constantly ruminating on what happened. And that prolonged misery, it drags you right into step 2, feeling completely helpless, like your future is just totally bleak, which then triggers step 3, inaction. You just freeze. And here's where the mind plays tricks on you. Your mind actually starts rationalizing your indecision. It starts justifying all those negative thoughts you're having. And because you're paralyzed, validating your own negativity, you inevitably slide right into step 4. You gradually start making choices that actually make your situation worse. You end up breaking that very first rule of recovery.
So, how do we break out of this spiral before it destroys us? Section 3. The harsh truth, waking up.
No one and nothing is going to come and save you. Wow, that's incredibly heavy, isn't it? But this tough love is absolutely crucial for your survival. Like we said, grieving is fine for a while, but eventually we have to wake up to this exact reality. Sitting around waiting for a magical savior or waiting for the person who wronged you to swoop in and fix it is exactly what keeps you locked in that spiral of inaction.
Which brings us to the ultimate solution. Section 4, owning your recovery, the paradigm shift.
Okay, here is the absolute core of all this. The event itself, not your fault. Whatever happened to you might not have been your doing at all. It's not your responsibility. But the recovery, that is 100% your responsibility. There is a hard, definitive boundary here. Fault looks backward at who caused the damage. Responsibility looks forward at who's going to fix it. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it is undeniably true.
Healing is a full, uncompromising, 100% your responsibility. Now, don't get me wrong, the people around you can definitely help. They can offer support to an extent, but at the end of the day, nobody else can do the actual healing for you. You are the only one who can step into that circle and own your recovery completely. So what does owning it actually look like in practice? Well, first, you've got to take action and make decisions. A support system is wonderful, but think of them as just the scaffolding. You are the builder. Second, the only real ray of hope you have is taking total responsibility for your life from this moment on. That is where your true power lies. And finally, we only get better by making better decisions moving forward. Healing isn't passive. It's a continuous, active choice to pick recovery over victimhood, step by step, decision by decision.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with one final provocative question. What is the very first better decision you are going to make from this moment forward? The event wasn't your fault, but the pen is firmly in your hand right now to write the next chapter. Don't wait for anyone else to come save you. Take that 100% responsibility, make that first better decision today, and get started on your incredible journey of recovery. Thanks so much for joining me to explore these insights. Keep learning, keep taking action, and I'll see you in the next explainer.